Hey everyone, I just thought of this video on the spot. I will probably do a series because I doubt I can do it all in one video, and it's about the core. I thought of it mainly because the core is such a complex issue which is often misunderstood. People assume core is something you do at the end of your workout, or you add it in now and again, or people with six packs have an amazing core. It's much more complex than that, but hopefully these videos will simplify it all, give you some real practical tools which will help you the way you walk, the way you look, the way your spine moves, your central nervous system, immune system. The core's complex, but hopefully these videos will help. Part one is the simplest exercise and probably the most practical way to get into, let's say, core training. I hope you enjoy and remember to subscribe for the rest of the series. Okay, let's see how efficiently and quickly I can talk about the core. So imagine the core is in something which controls most systems of the body. The way we walk, the way we get up and down from things, the way our lower back feels, the preventative measures with pain, the way that it affects our central nervous system, the way it pumps blood all around the body, pretty much everything. People assume core is something you do at the end of the workout, or you add in now and again, or like I said, people with big six packs. Now, the easiest and the simplest and probably the most beneficial way to get your core moving, get blood flowing around the body, is the integration between the diaphragm, the breathing, the stomach muscles, the lower back, which will have a knock-on effect, which will correlate to the way we walk, to the way our spine moves, to the pumping of air around the body, the pumping of blood around the body. And in my opinion, one of the best ways to do that is simple diaphragmatic breathing. So I'm going to show you on the knees. It's not very complex, but it is actually pretty hard. So the idea of it is to place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Now the hand on the belly is the one that just wants to be moving up and down. Now the diaphragm works like this. As you inhale, the diaphragm should come out, should expand. So the inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly falls in. In, out. Now it's actually really hard, especially if you haven't done that sort of, let's say, breathing training or core training before. Most people breathe through the chest, and you're losing a lot of air. You're not using as much breath and efficiency as you can. Like I said, a lot of people, due to stress as well, people are chest breathers, mouth breathers. So if we can really focus, draw attention to here in our day-to-day life, breathing through the belly, expanding the ribs, then you'll really notice the difference just in the way like your lower back feels, the way you lift weights, the way you walk, the way you run, daily activities, picking things up and down, and actually aesthetically you'll see and feel a different core as opposed to just doing sit-ups off the ground excessively. This, in my opinion, is one of the best entry points to get into the much more complex system. But for today's session, all you need to do, hand on the belly, hand on the chest, and just for a few breaths, you can practice this outside of this, is to practice that hand moving up and down on the belly. So in, out, in, out. So really remember that inhale, belly expands. Show you from here. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly falls in. And the other on the knees is actually much harder. So if you want much easier entry level, is to go onto your back. Hand on the belly. Obviously you're taking a lot less strain off the knees here. Hand on the belly, hand on the chest, and just again practicing that movement. Another good way is to actually get a couple of books. If you don't want to use your hands, book here, and again just practicing that movement. I'd probably try 2 to 5 minutes a day, and it's a really nice therapeutic way to de-stress, bring a bit of calmness back to you, and actually helps with anxiety as well. So you just practice that in, out, in, out. Continue with that. What I would say is find a quiet spot to do this, because it requires a bit of concentration and focus if you struggle with that. pattern, especially if you haven't done it before. Session 1, thought of it on the spot. I hope you enjoyed that and it makes sense, but I really think this is going to be a good series to help with the way you move, help with any lower back pain, help with the way, if you're a gym goer, the way you lift weights, the way you move around the gym, and much more. Hope it helps, and tune in for the second session.